Hello learners, welcome to today's lesson on mathematics. My name is Benjamin Lumbuteti, your Basic 2 mathematics teacher, and I welcome all of you to today's lesson. Our topic for today's lesson is separating numbers. Say it after me. Separating numbers. Good. And our objective is, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to break down numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to break down numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones. Before we continue, let's have a look at our homework. For our homework, question 1. I hope you had 7 ones. 7 is underlined, so 7 ones. Number 2, 0 tens. 0 tens. Number 3, we have 2 hundreds, because 2 has been underlined, so 2 hundreds, and it is under hundreds column. For question 4, 3 has been underlined, and it is under tens column, so we have 3 tens. 3 tens. Hope you had everything right. Well done. Remember, our topic is separating numbers, and our objective is, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to break down numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones. All right. Let's look at question 1. Remember, we said for abacus, the first column shows ones. The second column shows tens. So you have tens column, and then the third column shows hundreds. So we have ones, tens, and then hundreds. All right. Now, question 1, we have 3, 6, 7. So under the ones column, we have 7 there. Let's place 7 bits under the ones column. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Under the tens column, we have 6 beads. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 beads under the tens column. Now let's come to the hundreds column. We have 1, 2, 3. So now we have 3 beads under the hundreds column. Now we have to separate these digits. Now for the hundreds column, we have 3 of the beads. Let's count 1, 2, 3. And since it is under the hundreds column, each bead shows 100. So we have 100, 200, 300. So over here we have 300, meaning that the 3 here is not actually 3, but it is what? 300. Because we have the ones column, tens column, and then hundreds column. So this 3 here is 300 plus, now we have 6 under the tens column, and each bead shows 10. So we have 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens. So each bead is 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we have 60. Plus, now we have 7 ones. So we can actually count 7 here because each bead here is 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7. Now, we have been able to separate the digits. We have 3, 6, 7. So that becomes 300 plus 60 plus 7. This gives us 367. So 367, we have 300 plus 60 plus 7. When we are able to write it this way, we call it separation. Repeat after me. Separation. Well done. You can also call it decomposition. Repeat after me. Decomposition. Good. So we have been able to separate this number 367 to 300. So you have the tens. And then the 1 here is under hundreds column. So you have a 100 here. All right. We are going to show this on the abacus. So for the ones column, we have 2. So let's count. 1, 2. Under tens column, we have 4 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And since the beads are on the tens column, we have 4 tens. Alright, let's come to the hundreds column. We have only 1. So 1 under the hundreds column. Now, ones column we have 1, 2. Hundreds column we have, tens column we have 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens. And under hundreds column we have only 1. Since the hundreds column shows only 1 bead, this becomes 100. So the 1 actually here is not just 1, but it is what? 100. Repeat after me. 100. Again. 100. So you can write 100 plus. Let's come to the second digit. That is the tens column. We have 4. So since the tens column shows 10, we count 10, 20, 30, 40. So we can have 40. Now when we come to the ones column, we have beads. It is at the one column. So each bead is 1. So we have 1, 2. Learners, we have been able to separate this number 142 to 100 plus 40 plus 2, and this becomes 142. Repeat after me. 142. Well done. Let's come to number 3. For number 3, under the ones column, we have 9. So let's count our 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So under the ones column, we have 9 beads. And remember we said each column can take a maximum of 9. So we have 9 beads on the ones column. Now for the tens column, you can see that we don't have any 10. The number here is what? 0 under the tens column. Meaning that for the tens column, we are not going to put any bead here. We are not going to put any bead here because we have 0 there. We come to our hundreds column. For the hundreds column, we have 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for the hundreds column, we have 5 there. Now, remember the hundreds column, each bead shows 100. And since we have 5, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So this 5 is not just 5, but we have what? 500. Repeat after me. 500. Good. So we have 500 here. Plus now for the tens column, we don't have any value there. What we have there is 0. So we have 0. Plus for the ones column, we have 9. And each bead is 1. So since we have 9 of the beads, we have 9 over there. So we can write 9. We have been able to separate this number 509 to 500 plus 0 plus 9. And this is called 509. Repeat after me. 509. Again. Well done. 509. Let's look at number 4. For number 4, you can see that for the ones column, we are not going to put any bead here because the number there is what? 0. So for the ones column, we are not going to put any bead there. This is the ones column here. We have the tens column and then the hundreds column. So for the ones column, we are not going to put anything there. Now let's come to the tens column. What do we have there? 8 tens. Again, 8 tens. So we are going to count 8 under the tens column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So under tens column, we have 8 beads. So we have 8 tens. Now let's come to the hundreds column. We have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, each bead under the hundreds column is 100. So since we have 6 beads, we can say 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So the 6 here is not just 6, but it is what? 600, because the 6 is under the hundreds column. So we can write 600. plus under the tens column we have 8. So under tens column we can say 8 tens because we have 8 here. Each bead under the tens column shows 10. So you can count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we can have 80 plus the ones column, we have 0 there. So we have 0. And this becomes 600 plus 80 plus 0 gives us 680. Repeat after me. 680. Again, 680. Good. Let's look at question 5. For question 5, under ones column, we have 3. So this shows 3 ones. And under the ones column, each bead shows 1. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 ones under the ones column. Let's come to the tens column. For the tens column, we have 4 tens. So we are going to have 4 beads here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So under the tens column, we have 4 beads. So 4 tens. Let's come to the hundreds column. For hundreds column, we have 2. So 2 hundreds. So let's count 1, 2. So for the hundreds column, we have 2 beads here. And remember we said each bead under the hundreds column shows 100. Shows 100. So we have 100, 200. So this 2 is actually 200. Let's come to the tens column. And each bead under the tens column shows 10 or just 1 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40. So we have 40 under the tens column. 4 tens shows 40. And then let's come to the ones column. The ones column shows 1. So whatever we count here shows 1. We have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 beads under the ones column. So we have 3 ones. And that gives us 3. For 243, we have been able to separate it to 200 plus 40 plus 3. And this gives us 243. Repeat after me. 243. So we have 200 plus 40 plus 3. 200 plus 40 plus 3. And that gives us 243. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. Before we go, let's take a homework. For our homework, you are to break down the following numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones. For question 1, we have 488. 488. Question 2, 703. 703. For question 3, you have 291. 291. For question 4, you have 555. 555. You have to break them into hundreds, tens, and ones. Learners, we have come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you have really enjoyed yourself. Until we meet again, I say goodbye.